Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is a great news segment. This is IWH, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, IWH, standing for
Independent Wrestling Highlights.
And this is the face of IWH, Hector Bosa. And to my right,
Jamie Hickson.
the heel of IWH, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not forget that he is the heel, I am the face, and because he's the heel, I actually asked somebody to be my bodyguard for this segment because although I am not afraid of Mr. Hickson, I just don't want to get into any fisticuff or any trouble with you. So
whoa, 1 second. Where do you come off saying you need a bodyguard?
Listen.
And what have I ever done to you to precipitate you needing a bodyguard for?
Watch it. He's looking at you. Watch it. Watch what you say to me. Watch it.
Unbelievable.
But the producer said I could have one, so I'm having one. That's
okay.
Right.
I need to talk to the producer after the show because this is ridiculous.
Look at his hand gestures. Watch his hand gestures. Watch him.
What do my hand gestures have to?
Look, see?
Really, man?
Look,
really?
Look.
All right, you know what? Forget it.
Let's go to our matches for today will be Craig Stagg versus Gino Caruso, and after that, it's going to be an interview with Craig Stagg and Andrew Anderson. And I did a nice job of that too. By the way, if you want to send the pro, you send me. If you want to send Jamie, you send Jamie the heel. You always send the heels to the heels and the faces to the faces. But since I'm so good at both, I don't know what to do. But look, you see that? Do you see what I'm?
I was just wiping my brow, man. What's up with you?
Yeah, but anyway, let's go now for Craig Stagg versus Gino Caruso.
He weighs in at 100.
You cannot step inside this boundary.
I'm not going to.
You were just in there. I've seen you in there. No. No, I understand, but this is for this particular event, you cannot go in the boundary. You gotta stay out here. Who did? No. It has nothing to do with the photographer. I'm telling you.
I know that. I'm just saying that normally.
But see, he belongs to us.
All right, as you can see, this is St. Charles School, and this is still a promotion for Team Alex, who has leukemia. And coming down the aisle is Craig Stagg. Now, we should remember him from other bouts. And he has been a tough customer.
Yes, he has.
And great fights that he's fought. He's lost some, as you remember. And ECPW doing a great job again for Team Alex. There goes Craig Stagg once again. The German menace could be the German menace. Well, he is a German menace. Look at the way he's treating that forward.
Well, they've got the menace part right. Especially how he disrespected the referee right there.
How you disrespect me is the way you disrespect me.
Oh,
that's how
give me a
it
break.
I'm glad that's happening.
Please welcome Mr. Italy, Gino Caruso.
And Mr.
Yes,
Italy
you
himself.
heard correctly. It is Gino Caruso, the guy who basically got ECPW off the ground, seeing action tonight.
The founder of ECPW, in a small tidbit, he was actually in WWE.
Yes.
WWF.
Yep, in those days it was WWF, then became the WWF. Of course, now you know it as WWE.
It's a decent show. It's a good write-up show. But Gino Caruso did a nice job with the Team Alex Foundation, also with Jumbo Joe Guns.
This has been such a great cause helping out that young woman. These wrestlers have really stepped up to the plate and helped out this young woman, and the fan response has just been amazing. Shout out to the fans for doing such a good job supporting a good cause.
Okay, Okay, the referee now rang for the bell.
And we're underway. Collar and elbow tie-up. And it's Stagg backing Caruso into the corner. Missing with a roundhouse right.
Now Caruso having the speed and Stagg's the power. So it's power versus speed, or is Caruso seems to be a powerhouse too in his own right. He keeps himself in great shape.
Always has.
Stagg's missing twice. That's the second time he's missed him.
And now it's Caruso with the headlock there. Side headlock.
Gino doing a great job so far.
Oh, and Caruso really taking a forearm shot from Stagg there. But this time Caruso responds with the headlock and off the ropes.
And
He was like running into a brick wall right there.
And Gino should know a little better than that. Not to run into him, but maybe it wasn't his fault. Gino again working in that head, trying to cut off the air supply.
And how about Caruso with a couple of slaps to the top of the bald head of Stagg?
Wait a minute, this isn't the Three Stooges. Oh,
Far
nice.
from it and off the ropes. Missing with the right, missing with the elbow. Oh, got caught in midair was Caruso.
And Stagg
Makes him pay for it with
a backbreaker.
a backbreaker, yes. But missing with the elbow. And now Caruso back at work, working the left arm of Stagg.
Which is the one thing you should do. Like Ronnie Garvin used to do, always work on one part of the body.
And also on Anderson.
Exactly. Hopefully it's to his advantage.
And Caruso stepping on the toes, literally, of Stagg.
That's legal.
And now Stagg backing Caruso into the corner. Oh, and a series of one shoulder tackle right there. Now off the turnbuckle, but missing is Stagg. And the arm drag takedown by Caruso.
And a slap to the stomach by Caruso. Caruso doing a nice job with Stagg's. He's handling him very well. Stagg's trying to get up. Caruso putting the pressure on that arm.
Off the ropes, missing with the right. Oh, caught in a backbreaker right there.
That's a bear hug. That would be a bear hug.
That's right, that is a bear hug.
You know. And Caruso in agony, trying to get out of the bear hug.
Tried using a raking of the eyes, then followed with a right, but to no avail. Another right to the side of the head of Stagg. And another right. That breaks it up right there. But back to the bear hug is Stagg against Caruso.
Now, Stagg's upper body, great strength, using the exact hold for Gino, because Gino also was strong upper body. And Patera was also good for the. There was a lot of wrestlers that used to be good with bear hugs.
Exactly.
Name
right.
one of them. Who used to submit
I would
with
think
the
that the
bear hug.
Russian bear Ivan Koloff would be one.
Yeah, but he never won with the bear hug though. Nikita Koloff probably did. Now Caruso fighting back.
Up, and Stagg sends him down with the elbow and a cover, but only two.
That could have been a slow count. The slow count also is not there this time.
And sending Caruso into the turnbuckle, really putting pressure on that back. And he follows with a pair of shoulders right to the midsection. To the other turnbuckle.
Stagg's doing a great job.
Up. Caruso tried a boot to the midsection, but Stagg caught him, but then Caruso follows with a kick to the left shoulder.
It looked like the Pele kick. Caruso, the referee counting both men. Caruso should be the first guy up. But Caruso and Stagg seem to be hurt. They put a lot of energy into this match so far. So is it experience versus strength or?
In this case, it's definitely experience versus strength. Stagg, a very powerful man. Caruso bringing at least 30 to 35 years of experience into the ring. Oh, and a roundhouse chop to the chest of Stagg. To the ropes. Oh, big side shot to the midsection and a knee lift for added measure. Didn't get all of it. Tripped him up there.
He's not trying to go for that legal shot. He's trying to go for the stomach, ladies and gentlemen. He's wasting too much time.
Way too much time being wasted here. And the big heel right to the midsection of Stagg.
Giving him the hand gestures like Jamie gives me the hand gestures. That's why I have my bodyguard today.
Stagg kicking out, using his strength that time to get Caruso off him. Face first to the turnbuckle. Up reversal to the other turnbuckle. And back to the bear hug is Stagg.
Again, a good submission move by Stagg. Caruso looks kind of weak there. Will the referee give him a 3 count and start picking up his arm?
Yep. Seeing whatever energy he has left.
The fans trying to cheer him on. And to no avail.
And that is it.
Gino Caruso actually loses.
Stagg winning with the bear hug.
That's unbelievable.
Usually you see a bear hug used to keep the strength away from the opponent, but in this case, it actually serves as the turning point in the victory.
And they fought before, and Gino has beaten him, Stagg's before, but today was Stagg's.
This was definitely Stagg's night.
That's right.
Stagg, of course, known as the German Menace. There are 2 wrestlers that I know of who actually came from Germany. One of them being Baron von Raschke. For those of you who, Baron von Raschke from NWA and AWA days. And from WCW, Alex Wright.
Yeah, so he could be, I think he was called a German Menace. I'm not sure, but I know his name is Craig Stagg, and he is from Germany, and he's letting people know. He looks like Goldberg there for a little bit too.
He does have a little bit of a Goldberg resemblance. I also see a bit of a Nikita Koloff thing that he has going on.
Yes. And as you can see, he is enjoying the fans as well. Right now, Gino, the fans are giving Gino a helping hand over here. He fought a good fight, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, right after this, we have an interview with Craig Stagg and Andrew Anderson. So don't forget that. Like I said, poor Gino, he should not be, his head should not be ashamed, because he did fight a good fight, and hopefully he'll fight again and come victorious like he's done before.
This time, just way too much power that Stagg had for Caruso.
Exactly.
But the fans still showing their respect for Caruso for fighting the good fight.
And their appreciation as well for doing that as well. So that's basically it. How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is Hector Bosa from IWH. That's right, IWH. And believe it or not, I'm with this gentleman over here who had a bout today, and he beat Gino Caruso. Your name, sir?
The German Menace, Craig Stagg.
And how did you feel about beating Gino Caruso?
I break that little Italian. He's no good.
And how long have you been wrestling?
6 years.
What was your toughest match?
My best friend, Andrew Anderson.
What's going on, buddy?
Not much. How you doing, Andrew?
How are you, pal? What is this for?
This is for IWH Independent Wrestling.
IWH Independent Wrestling. You're trying to interview Craig Stagg, the German Menace, and the former heavyweight champion. Former. And Joe Guns, don't forget, I want a rematch. And if I don't get a rematch, my brother, my tag team partner, Craig Stagg, the German Menace, will be getting that rematch. He'll break him. You need a translator for him. He doesn't speak good English. You come to me, all right? You understand what I'm saying? All right, Jumbo Joe Guns, you just saw Gino Caruso get the life choked out of him, all right, by Craig Stagg, the German menace. Joe Guns, I had you beat. I had you destroyed. I had you wiped. And you know what's going to happen the next time? I'm going to take my belt back, but you better watch your back because I'm going to be out of the country for about 3 months. I'm going to Sri Lanka, I'm going to Amsterdam, Holland, and I'm going to Germany. When I come back, Craig Stagg may be the heavyweight champion because he's going to be watching every move you make, watching everything. I have him watching training videos, watching matches of me. He knows your weaknesses. He knows your strengths. He knows what to do and what not to do. And when I'm gone, he will be the one to watch out for. You're gonna rue the day that you got in the way of the Reinforcer and the German menace. Tell him, brother.
What type of match?
Burning Vaterland.
What type of match do you want with Jumbo?
What kind of a match do I want with Jumbo? Well, you just saw I had an anything goes. I had a hardcore match. Okay, it was my own foolishness. I went to the well one too many times. I had that Dumbo Joe Guns beat, but you know what? I made a mistake. I went too high, too long, but you know what? Next time, I want a steel cage match, and I want my belt back because I have never lost a cage.
You think he'll accept a match like yours?
Absolutely, and I feel bad for Guns. If he gets in a steel cage with Craig Stagg, if he gets in a hardcore match with Craig Stagg, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that it's about a sport. It's a sport. To him, it's a primal instinct. To him, it's about survival. Every time he gets in that ring, he wants to survive. He wants to break the guy. Break the guy? Tell him, Craig. Break him.
Blake!
He's going to break him. He's going to break him. And if he doesn't break him, I'm going to wear him down. Either he'll wear him down and I'll take it back, or I'll wear him down and he'll take it home. It makes no difference who's got the belt as long as it's not in the hands of Jumbo Joe Guns.
Well, thank you very much, Andrew Anderson. Thank you very much, Stagg. Thank you. Ow, that hurt. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. He still is a very strong guy, as you can see. I could take a lot of pain because I take it from him, from all the things he says about me. But as you can see, my bodyguard's still behind me. Thank you, by the way. And he's eyeing you down so I wouldn't do anything foolish with the
Your
hands.
bodyguard or your babysitter?
My bodyguard. He's not my bait. Watch it. Watch it. He's going to get you.
Yeah.
Watch what you say.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, but anyway, you know, the Andrew Anderson versus and Craig Stagg interview was a very good interview. Remember, Jumbo Joe Guns beat Andrew Anderson for the ECPW Heavyweight Championship last time. Mm-hmm. And that should be another good match. And if he wants to wrestle in a cage match, I think that would be a very good match. Now, here's the thing. If the German menace Craig Stagg beats Jumbo Joe Guns, will Andrew Anderson go up against his friend to beat his...
That's a really good question. I mean, championships do a lot to people's egos and psyches. I would think that these guys would put their friendship aside just for the sake of a title. Everybody wants to be the champion.
Yes, and we know about egos like yourselves who is humongous and the heel of IWH. That's why I have him today, my bodyguard. That's why I have him. That's exactly right. And, you know, and up next, we do have the Phat Boyz versus the Frankie Flows now and his son. So it is going to be it's a father and son combination first that I've known in even in WWE, WWF, and so on and so forth. I think this is the first time. I know there's been a lot of brother tag team match.
Yep.
But this is the first time a father and son match has been together. And I know that Frankie Flow and his son actually won the tag team belt from in another organization. I think it's the CWZ belt. So at that point in time, I think they're in a different organization tag team championship. So I think they're the first father and son tag team champions in that organization.
There have been other tag teams that have featured a father and son before. There was Greg and Vergana.
Oh, that's
I
right.
think Chavo Guerrero Sr. and Jr. wrestled together a couple of times.
That's right. I forgot the Guerrero family.
So Frankie Flow and
That's
Son are just the latest duo to actually team up.
All right. So without further ado, if Jamie doesn't do anything dumb, we will get the Phat Boyz versus the Flows. So let's go to it.
About to make their way to the ring, weighing in at 700 pounds total weight. They will be accompanied by the Sugar Girls. They have just come from the nearest all-you-can-eat buffet. They are Big Dan and Magic, the Phat Boyz.
Using a 1980 theme. I like that song anyway.
And look who's there.
Mike the Sign Guy.
Yes, sir. And here are the Phat Boyz, accompanied by two very young ladies.
I think they call the Candy Girls.
Mm-hmm. Of course, one of the Phat Boyz consisting of the Jersey All-Pro legend, Andrew Magic Morgan.
Yeah,
Magic, if you will.
Yeah, he likes to be called Magic. He does wonders with his rhyme, probably. Who knows?
A guy who's carved out a very long and illustrious career in the Jersey All-Pro circuit, now bringing it to ECPW.
Actually, I think they have him in the Hall of Fame.
Yep, he is in the Jersey All-Pro Hall of Fame.
And there's his new tag team partner. Because he used to be Biggie Biggs. Then it was the Peacemaker. Now is this gentleman here.
Exactly right. And in case you're wondering about the theme music, yes, that is the late, great Heavy D with Overweight Level. Pretty appropriate theme music for the Phat Boyz here.
Exactly. You can never get tired of 80s music.
No.
No matter how, even though the 90s and even the 2000 musics that are coming out, 80s music, 70s, 60s, even 50s and 40 music, they're still holding up very strong.
Yep.
They're still holding up very strong. And that's Big Dan going into the ring with Magic. Okay. So Big Dan and Magic getting ready to meet the Flows.
Fights
Magic saying something very nice about Staten Island, as you heard. You must have loved it, right?
Who knows?
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Didn't necessarily endear himself to the fans with those remarks.
Can you blame him? No, he's telling the truth about Staten Island.
One of the latest people to bash Staten Island for no apparent
Who
reason.
doesn't bash Staten Island? Even Congress bashes Staten Island. The mayor himself bashes Staten Island. Please.
Not in so many words, but by actions.
Exactly. We shouldn't have to be paying for the bridge. That's all I gotta say. That's been paid tenfold over. We shouldn't have to be paying. This isn't that time for this kind of discussion. This is also a good song, by the way.
Yep. And here is Frankie Flow and Son making their way in.
That was a good song back in the day, too.
And that must be Frankie.
That's Frankie Sr.
And Junior a little startled there by Magic's corner.
The Candy Girls.
Just moments away from this very important tag team match between the Phat Boyz, consisting of Big Dan and Magic, against the team of Frankie Flow Sr. and Junior.
Magic telling that to the fans, and hopefully the fans listen, but I guess they're not. The Candy Girls looking pretty. They were throwing candy before. I didn't get one.
We're in the broadcast booth. They're over in the gym.
Yeah, exactly. But with 3D, I should at least have that type of effect anyway. You know? But, and Frankie Sr. trying to rev up the crowd. I think Magic and Big Dan did a nice job doing it, but I guess not. I think they enjoy more the Frankie Jr. and Sr.
Well, at this rate, they really shouldn't be worrying about fan reaction. They should just be worrying about each other inside that squared circle right now.
Wait a minute. Is Magic sounding like him? Oh, jeez. That's like you challenging me to a pose down. You know I'm going to win tenfold.
Oh, give me a break.
Hey, look, watch him. Wait, watch him.
Can we just
My
get to the
body
match
got,
here,
you know,
please?
you may not see my body yet,
Can
but
we
he's
get
doing
to
something.
the match here, please?
Okay. Okay. Who do you think's going to win the pose down?
Well, Frankie Sr. obviously keeps himself in great shape, spending all that time in the weight room, a very big, strong guy.
Look at Magic doing his thing.
Whereas
Those
Magic
were
and
great
Big Dan are
poses.
basically...
Those were some great poses, though. You got to give them that much. I mean, for
not
crying
too
out
sure
loud.
that Magic and Big Dan have
Look at
physique
that.
enough to try and
Look at
win
the-
some approval
Oh,
over here.
Please. Look at that. Look at that pose. Actually, he reminds me the way they're kissing their arm. Lex Luger
Lex
used
Luger
to
used
kiss
to do that. Scott Steiner used to do that all the time.
Yes. Oh, Frankie Flow taking off the shirt now to show his guns. I think they would have done better, I think, in a dancing match than a pose down.
Oh, here we go. They're not even waiting for the bell to ring. Both Big Dan and Magic getting this thing started. Double Irish whip, missing with roundhouse rights, and flying body presses from both Frankie Sr. and Jr. and sending both of the Phat Boyz stumbling out of the ring.
Well, you know who won that pose down, first of all, and Senior should have known better about that attack, but they rectified it by getting rid of
what do we have here? Over the top rope and landing on both the Phat Boyz outside.
Oh boy, Junior's doing well. Will Senior do the same thing?
Well, he's got a good teacher in his dad.
Nah, Senior's gonna keep it in the ring. He's not gonna fly like Junior.
Whereas Senior is all power and brute strength, Junior adds a little bit more quickness to the team.
The Candy Girl's trying to help Magic up.
And look what we have here. Looks like, was that Junior? That was, yeah, that's Senior with a series of forearms right to the chest of Big Dan. And bringing Dan back inside the squared circle the hard way.
This is true. The hard way it is. And Frankie Flow Sr. posing it down. Junior comes in.
And a drop kick from Junior.
Good drop kick.
Quick cover.
That's the
Did
way.
not get all of that leg right there on the cover.
But he did cover him quick, and that's the way it should be. They were flowing the flows.
And Frankie Sr. and Jr. doing the smart thing, keeping Big Dan in their corner. And how about the power of Frank Sr.? Forward power slam. And looked like a somersault from Junior.
Yes, it was.
And it's Magic that breaks up the count.
Doing the smart thing, because remember you have a 5 count. I know, Jamie, you like the cheating ways, but remember it's a 5
give me a
count to
break.
for. I know I have my bodyguard for that in case you do anything wrong.
Senior with a forearm to the back of Big Dan.
The Flow is doing a nice job by tagging in and out. They should stop worrying about the fans and pay
Another
attention
power
more to the
slam
wrestlers.
from Senior.
Oh, now he's doing the gyration like
Leg drop from Frankie Sr.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
The late, great Ravishing Rick Rude. Only a 2 count that time for Frank Sr.
Magic almost came in to stop the count.
And Big Dan with a shot to the midsection, a European uppercut, which sends Frank knocking into Magic, but then Big Dan follows with a clothesline and a tag to his partner Magic.
Now there was a cheap shot by Magic, which I'm surprised you didn't see. You saw, but you didn't want to call it.
There was no cheap shot there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at Magic. Oh, there's the real one.
Basically taunting Frank Sr.
There's the real Ravishing Rick Rude. Magic doing a great thing by cutting off the air supply again. Not the song and not the group air supply, but actually cutting off the air supply.
And a reverse headlock there, followed by a series of roundhouse rights to the back. Now sending him to the turnbuckle. Might be wasting a little too much time right there. Going for the splash, and he misses.
Who that remind you of? The freight train.
Yep. Frankie Sr. with a quick tag to Frank Jr. Now a double Irish whip. And how about Frankie Sr. flipping over the almost 400-pound Magic and a double leg drop?
That's not going to stop Magic. It's too early in the match, but it's a good idea. Magic taking a pounding like this hasn't been done before.
Series of forearms followed by a chop. Shoulder first to the midsection. Up, reversal here. Oh, how about Magic using all of his strength to send Frank Jr. off the turnbuckle?
Magic doing the wrong thing by taunting the fans. Just pay attention to the match that you're in.
And dragging Frankie Jr. out of that corner.
There he goes again. Trying to play with the fans themselves. You know, Magic is the fan favorite. Oh,
How
nice
about this?
move.
Oh, and a super kick from Frank Jr. And how about this quickness? Like a cat going to the second rope. And a drop kick. Followed by an elbow. Oh, absolutely amazing. Looked like a forward flip, which knocked Magic right down to the canvas, but also took the wind out of Frank Jr.
The luchadores do that, and also the Great Muta, I remember doing that as well. I seen a picture of the Great Muta. He's very old, inside. He's bald. Oh, Frankie.
Frank Sr. with a splash right there and gives another one to Big Dan.
Big Dan giving
Followed
him
by a
power.
series of clotheslines.
That's right. Senior cleaning up.
Series of shots to the head of both men, and Junior follows with a shot to the midsection, followed by a splash from Frank Sr. And another forward flip, almost knocking the wind out of Big Dan.
Tanzai does almost a similar move than that. He does it from right there, from the second one. Okay, Frankie flows. Ooh!
Oh, and how about one of the girls tripping up Frank Jr. outside the ring?
I know you like that move, Jamie, because you're the heel.
I am not in favor of that move at all.
Yes,
The
you
referees
are.
completely missed it. And how about the girls and Mike the sign guy basically pounding Junior into submission?
Holding him.
Oh, and a double splash from the Phat Boyz, sending Senior down to the mat. Quick cover. And the Phat Boyz steal one thanks to some outside interference from Mike and the girls.
Which you enjoyed very much.
Oh,
because
give me a
being heel
break.
again from IWH, I can understand why you enjoyed that.
I don't know about you, but I did not get in favor of this at all.
But whatever the referee does and doesn't see, you can get away with. Hey, Taz says it best. If you can get away with it, why not? Even Bobby the Brain used to say it himself. If the referee doesn't see it, you win at any cost. So the Phat Boyz enjoying a win and doing a good job. They did a good job. The Flow family, jeez, say that 3 times. Flows. They're doing now their Phat Boy dance.
and not endearing themselves to anyone at this moment.
Nah, that's in your opinion. I think they're enjoying themselves and the fans that they actually won. I have no idea what you're talking about, but you got Mike the Sign Guy there. You got the Candy Girls. And we're going back. Now, I think we have next. And we're back, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. We've had 2 good matches so far. Craig Stagg versus Gino Caruso, which Caruso lost this time. He normally beats, last time he beat Craig Stagg before. And we also seen Big Dan and Magic, the Phat Boyz, versus Frankie Flow Senior and Junior. They make a good team, the father and son team. They actually make a very good team.
They were a good team for this match. A good combination of quickness and power by the father-son combo. But in this case, basically some outside interference from the Phat Boyz corner right there, costing the father and son team the win.
Now, as you can also see, again, this is for Team Alex. This was at the St. Charles School. And also, you have to remember one thing. When what the referee doesn't see, what can I say? It's like, that's how come I have my bodyguard with me, because nobody sees what Hickson does behind it. So, without further ado on that note, let's do what we do best. Let's go to that intermission.
Another victory, another win. We're going to the
buffet. We're going to the buffet. We're getting everything, Magic. We're getting crab legs. They got sushi there.
I love some sushi.
We got soups, any kind of soup you want. Like 50 kinds of soup.
With some hot sauce, barbecue.
We'll take the buffalo wings and we'll put some pizza. We'll make buffalo pizza. How about that?
Man, good. With the bone in it or without?
I don't care. I'll eat the bone. It's probably good for you anyway.
Some guys actually said that you guys cheated in the match. What's that about?
Cheated? I call it that we strategically enhance our position for a proper victory. That's exactly what I call it, bud.
Exactly what he said. A cheat. Do I look like a guy that cheat? A big, sexy, well, we're both big, sexy, but still, do we look like we cheat? Look at our faces.
I think you meant by cheat, you meant eat. Yes, we love to eat. We love to eat. We go everywhere. We go to McDonald's. We go, they have Sizzlers around anymore? I love Sizzler.
Hey, we could go to his house.
Big Mac's 2 for $1. I mean, it's just, food is a wonderful thing, and so are you.
Oh, geez, thank you.
We do not cheat, we eat.
That's good. At least you eat something anyway.
You know, wrestling helps with burning off all them calories. I mean, we stack away, what, like 12,000 calories a day? Wrestling burns off like 11.5 right off the bat. So, you know, we have a 500-calorie diet every day. That's why we look so great, you know?
I understand that.
With the Whopper, look at that. Look at that muscle right there. Whopper, Big Macs.
Frankie, and what did you think of Frankie Flow and his son, Frankie Flow Junior?
They were nice guys. What do you think about them?
I thought they were a bunch of losers.
Wow, that's a strong word. Mike.
And then calling us cheaters. The guy tripped, and he couldn't get back in the ring. Not our fault. He's a klutz.
Speaking of Frankie Flow and Frankie Flow Jr., they met two things in that match, what I like to call Doritos Locos. When I clobbered them together, they were done. Readjusted, because we did not cheat. We won that match fair and square. No problems with Frankie Flow and Frankie Flow Junior. They had a good match, but we did outsmart them. Our good wrestling ingenuity won that match. Had nothing, and I emphasize nothing to do with cheating.
When we got done with them, they look like globs of guacamole.
Well, that's best selling right now. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? No. And we're back to you from a great match. The Phat Boyz defeating Frankie Flow Junior and Senior.
More like stealing the match from Frankie Senior and Junior.
Like I said, which you enjoyed very much. But
I don't think so.
Let's talk about something more serious besides that.
Yes.
The Team Alex, you have the website, so why don't you give them the website?
Yes, I do. Aside from the fact that there was some wrestling matches involved, this was for a very, very good cause. It's to support a young woman named Alex Kaja, who unfortunately is battling leukemia. If you want to help out this young woman, I want you to go to this website. It's www.gofundme, that's GOFUNDME.com/Team Alex Kaja. That's team with a capital T, Alex with a capital A, and the last name Kaja, which is spelled capital CAGGIA. So if you want to help out this woman, this young lady, in some way, go to that website. You would be doing yourself a great service and a great service for that young lady.
And also the fact, ladies and gentlemen, we have people that have suffered also through Hurricane Sandy. People try to donate to that. I mean, we know out there that we're poor in our pockets because of taxes and so on, but we try to do our best by helping out people with any type of cancer, whether it's Hodgkin's disease or heart diseases, Hurricane Sandy survivors, and so on and so forth. There's so many organizations out there that need your help, and it's tough because you want to help out as much as you can. So be like me or be like some other people that if you want to help some of these organizations, start collecting cans and, put your money where it's worth at least, Use the cans, collect the dollar's worth of cans, and then after that you can put even $1 because $1 is worth a lot of money for each person, depending upon who you are. But we do have an interview with Chyna as well, coming off of that segment. But we do have an interview with Chyna, which, of course, that's the second part that I did. Of course, they have to sign out the big guns, and because they forget the heel this time around. Watch them. You got to watch them.
This heel thing has really gotten to be really, really old. I mean, seriously, man. Come on now.
Look, you see him? Watch him. Watch his hand.
What? All I'm doing is just
watch his hand.
making a hand gesture.
Listen,
what's up with that?
Let's go back to the Chyna video, second part of the Chyna video coming up right now.
When they asked you back at TNA, it was just for a small stint. How did you like being there?
They did. They called me, and it was Vince Russo because he has always been a friend of mine. Everybody knows that I love him. He loves me. So he made the call. And look, it had been 11 years, okay? It's 2011, maybe 2012. So almost 12 years, right? And he called and he went, Chyna? I was like, what the took you almost 12 years to call me? I'll let it go because I still, I have to believe in my heart that they love me, right? And I know that Vince does, and I the same. And so he said, would you be interested in coming to TNA and talking with us? Next day I was on the airplane, And okay, this is maybe I shouldn't say this because it's bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway. because of all the struggles I've had, I believe in my heart that they expected a train wreck, somebody in desperation, that they would finally say, she's got to be like on Skid Row right now, you know? So like we could take advantage of her. We could like, you know, she's going to want to get out there again. But I wasn't. You know, I have had those struggles. Believe you me, when I had the carpet pulled out from underneath me, it was WWE. But I showed up very professional, well, happy, looking great, and I think everybody was a little bit surprised. So there's not bad blood there. I did it. It was great. The fans loved it. I loved it. And I'm really hoping that phone will ring again. That's what I hope.
Hopefully they'll ask you both, WWE or team.
I really love Dixie. She's an amazing woman. She's really girl power. And, you know, the girls are fabulous there. And it was so wonderful to see the boys. So, and I know, like, a month later, then the porn came out, you know? But I see it this way. Like, let's use that as if you want to change me, if you want to bring me to the good side again, you know, like that's a golden egg, you know. And I respect and I love Dixie Carter so very much. So
Now, if it wasn't for the porn business or the wrestling business, what will you be doing right now?
Well, I love the porn so far. I think there's a lot more exploration to do there, and it's, you know, in the wrestling world, I had to make my foundation, you know. I was the first woman on the road. I was the first woman to do a lot of those things, so it's kind of cool to, like, have my name, which I fought for 7 years, lay on my back, get fucked, like, amazingly. You know, it just shows me that I've had some terrible dates.
Okay, don't worry. If I had a date you, don't worry, it wouldn't be terrible. It would not be terrible, I'll tell you that right now. But, boy, that'd be a hell of a ride, too, I'll tell you that much.
Really? How big is your
I'm not going to say it on TV, that's for damn sure.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I don't want to hit the windshield wiper.
Do you want to clear up any myths? Or?
Yeah, I have to clean up all messes, that's for sure. All messes I have to clear up on TV as well, that's why. That's why I'm not saying anything like this. I try to keep it whichever way I can, you know.
Absolutely.
But that's a good thing. But so what is your latest, what's the last thing you want to do? What's the one thing you want to accomplish?
I'm thrilled with the reception of Backdoor to China. It was my first movie. I didn't expect to do much beyond that. And it was so well received, and I was treated so well by Vivid and Stephen Hirsch, and, you know, maybe WWE doesn't want me, but Vivid did. And it's been a pleasure and a treat and something very special ever since. The next movie I'm filming in 2 weeks, and it's going to be, Steven's like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I want to wrestle everybody. So we're doing a wrestling, they can't bench me. WWE cannot bench me. So now I'm doing a Vivid wrestling porn.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got to go back to the studio.
We'll see if we're allowed to show at least one of her wrestling matches on Independent Wrestling Highlights. If it's okay with the producer and it's okay with you, because
It's all about getting some of that legal mumbo jumbo out of the way.
But I tell you, that was an interesting interview by Chyna. If you read her book, it's very interesting to read. You know, she has gone through a lot. She has been abused, if I remember correctly, and now, you know, sources are saying that they plan to bring back DX to bring him back to the Hall of Fame for the WWE. I wonder if they'll bring her back, which they should, because she was part of DX, and she did a very good job. And when she had those implants, those Chyna 2000 implants, that's really when she blew up, I guess, because she actually held in the Intercontinental belt, if I remember correctly. But when she came out strong, dieseled, and so forth. They were calling her a man, basically. And, you know, but they softened her up a bit. They gave her the Chyna 2000s, and that was it. She was the hottest, one of the hottest Playboy hits there. And now the transformation from WWE to porn, that was a transformation in itself. And that's that was something. That was a piece of work. Now, TNA brought her back, which she looks fantastic. And I think if it wasn't for the porn industry, I think she would still be wrestling again. You know, well, what do you think of that?
Well, she said it best about her demons. She went through a very, very rough time, and yes, she was abused. If I'm not mistaken, I think it might have been X-Pac, who she was dating at the time, that was the abuser during that relationship. And how ironic is it that while Chyna is back on the up and up, X-Pac has not been heard from again?
Yeah, well, he does his own little podcast as well. On, you know, who isn't doing a podcast, you know?
Power of the internet.
You know, exactly. But as we, you know, we've had some great matches. Again, let's go back to Jerry Staggs versus Gino Caruso. Jerry Staggs won that big match.
It's basically a match where Power won out over experience that time. Jerry was just way too powerful for the seasoned pro, which was Caruso.
And we also had the Craig Stagg, Andrew Anderson interview. We've had the Big Dan and Magic, the Phat Boyz versus the Flows, Frankie and Senior. And, of course, the Phat Boyz won that match.
Stole that match.
Well, you can call what you want. But this is Hector Bosa.
And I'm Jamie Hickson.
My bodyguard behind me. We'll see you next time.